Hey, beautiful people. What you guys up to? Sean here with BlueRidgeSilverhound. Thank you for taking your time out of your day to come on over and join in on the next roundtable discussion. And it's a big one. It could be possibly a game changer for the way the U.S. Mint deals business. And it might. All right, we haven't gone through the whole thing, but it might impact some of those marquee releases that we all look forward to. You guys need to tune into this because the U.S. Mint have posted something on Facebook, and all with thanks of Mr. Adam Chambers. He actually told me about this, and just for kicks and giggles, I went onto the U.S. Mint website. I went under news that you see up here, and in press releases, and lo and behold, the first thing that popped up, announced March 19th, a few short days ago, was the United States Mint announces new authorized bulk purchase program. Or is it more of an amendment? We will see. Because I can tell you this right now. A lot of the bigger dealers and PM dealers like APMEX, Modern Coin Marts, Silvertown, all of the big names, they already have what we call agreements. When I used to work in the transportation business, we had something similar to it. It's like a contract. It's not quite a contract because, if you don't fulfill kind of like the spend obligations with this agreement, then they kick you to the curb. It's real simple. There's no, there's no gray shaded area. You either meet the amount of money that's required under the business agreement, and then after I guess the first 12 months, the U.S. Mint, I guess whoever their account executive is, will meet with these companies and then go do a business review. I mean, it's pretty standard stuff. I used to be an account executive back in the day, but anyways, before we get way too in depth and too far out in left field with this, what this essentially means is it gives these companies direct authorization to buy directly from the U.S. Mint before the product is released. All right, which is huge. All right, but I firmly believe that this was probably going on the last 3-4 months, anyways, before this authorized bulk purchase program went into effect. All right. And there's one product specifically that we are going to revisit from the US Mint that released earlier this year that generally doesn't sell out to the level that it usually does. But I feel like that maybe these companies that were buying up these coins were already utilizing the bulk purchase program. All right. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to kind of breeze through this, read through it. You can read it for yourself or, read it with me. I'll try to be as expedient and as clear as I possibly can. And then we're going to go in and kind of dissect what all that means. So, United States Mint is committed to improving the distribution of our numismatic coin products. Okay, that's understandable because they do have some products that are just, they're clunkers. As part of this ongoing effort, the Mint has established a new authorized bulk purchase program, or ABPP for short, which permits qualifying bulk purchasers to purchase a limited number of numismatic Mint products prior to their official on-sale date under an active embargo agreement, allowing their sale only on or after the Mint's official on-sale date, which means any forthcoming product that they could buy early, they cannot sell it in advance. I don't even think they could do a pre-sale either. Time and conditions such as household order limitations. This new program is structured to better meet marketplace product availability on the initial on-sale date by expanding the distribution of Mint products. Okay, so let's go ahead and pause right there for a second. All right, so what this allows these companies to do is to order, say, that US proof set that just came out a few weeks ago. They could order it in advance. They could put the order in, say, 7 to 10 days before the sale goes live to everybody else. and they could buy their 10,000 sets. They could buy 5,000 sets. Normally, on a mint to demand type product like a proof set or a mint set, it really doesn't matter. Where it does matter are going to be on the certain products with a hard cap of actual product mintage for that particular release. United States Mint authorized bulk purchase program applicants must be active members in the Mint's existing numismatic bulk purchase program. That's that business agreement I was talking about at the beginning. In good standing for at least 2 years, have a 2-year revenue average with the NBPP of at least $500,000 annually, and have a history of full compliance with the Mint's excessive returns policy. Okay, that's also key too. That's kind of like the fine print. When these companies sign up for the NBPP program, they are held to a certain amount of spend per year, if not higher, along with no cases of returns or excessive returns because of quality control issues or thereof, or just trying to get rid of the product because it's not selling. This new program will help to enhance the distribution of numismatic mint products as they go on sale, expanding availability of our products by utilizing well-vetted business partners that have long-term relationships with the Mint's numismatic programs. Not all Mint products will be offered through this program. Okay, that is important. And no more than 10% of products with limited quantities will be distributed under this program. Okay, that's kind of like the good news for like folks like you and I that don't spend $500,000 with the Mint under this NBPP program. No discounts will be given to ABPP members, and some products will carry a premium. So it sounds like nothing's really changed in that regard. The products available through this program will be distributed equally to authorized bulk members. The Mint will not ship product to ABPP members. Excuse me, I had a little belch moment. Who must provide their own product security and transport. Pickups will be allowed 3 days prior to the official on-sale date. So you're going to have to arrange, delivery with an armored car company, or just go pick it up yourself, whatever. Because it's a pretty pricey purchase for sure, I would imagine. All right, so this triggered a lot of people on Facebook. I mean, it was insane. Like, oh my God, there goes our chance to buy, like the next V75 or 2019 S Enhanced Reverse Silver Eagle. So like all of the forthcoming, major releases, the ones that have a lot of, I guess, collectability, desirability, and any other abilities in its name. These people think that they are going to be directly influenced by the program. But as we had mentioned in here, not all products will be offered through this program. So your ultra exclusive products, I'm happy to say, is not included in here. All right. So let's go ahead and kind of throw out we'll wait till the end, because we're going to go into the 2021 products. I will show you a few products that I think were influenced by the authorized bulk purchase program, and some that were not, or are. They're just to a limited quantity, because it says here, no more than 10% of products with limited quantities will be distributed under this program. I'm not sure if this fine print right here that I just read to you was actually on the Facebook post from the US Mint. So that, I think because of the omission of this, that's kind of what set a few people off. Because as we all know, when we go to order these highly desirable, high demand products, all right, the US Mint encounters a myriad of various issues, from server crashes and slowdowns. So you have to sit there and refresh the page half a dozen times just so you could get to the next screen. We've all been through that, and again, this is another thing that puts a whole wrench into that. Like, if there's a super exclusive product, all right, I think I think off the top of my head, the mintage of the Peace and Morgan dollars that are coming here, because it's the anniversary of the end and the beginning of the Peace dollar and Morgan. That's going to be a popular release. So let's say, for argument's sake, that there was 250,000 pieces of the Morgan that's going to be released this summer. All right. That might qualify for the 10% of products with limited quantities will be distributed under this program. So they might reserve 25,000 pieces off of that 250,000 directly for the program customers, which is huge. Because if you take off 10% of the mintage of a super popular program with a household limit of like 5 copies, I mean, that thing is not going to be available to everyone. All right, that's going to limit the amount of buyers for such a coin because you've already taken 10% off the top. So that would be kind of like, I guess, the more extreme example about how this could negatively impact some of just the regular collectors or people that want to take advantage of buying this up, sending it off to a grader, and then going ahead and flipping it and making a nice profit. We all need and want stuff like that, because it validates, number one, the numismatic game is strong right now, all right? Just the whole market is just on fire. And number two, it helps bring more customers to the U.S. Mint. They want more customers. They want more sellouts. They want more positively influenced customer service reviews, which have been few and far between, I can imagine, especially with the last couple like high-profile releases. The most notable are the gold coins that sold a few weeks ago. But there are going to be the super exclusive coins that will not be available through this program. So I will speculate and tell you which ones I believe from this year have fallen under the 10% and the not available at all. All right. So I want to go ahead and draw that to you. It's probably an amendment on what their original business agreement was, which is the numismatic bulk purchase program, which these companies had signed with the U.S. Mint, and that's the big reason why that regular Silver Eagles, like the big old ballistic boxes and cases and rolls, are usually only found at those other companies like an AppMex, like a SilverTowne, and companies of that nature, all right? Or your local coin shop, because they get them from another supplier as well. So, normally you can't buy those directly from the Mint. You could only get them from third-party retailers. So, the purchase agreement with these bigger companies have always existed, but this is something more that they're able to do outside for all the products together. They're trying to increase their bandwidth of sales and secondary market activity and advertising by utilizing their customer base that they have currently. So I just wanted to make that clear to you guys, so that way there's, we could kind of like drill down the amount of fury that's going on out there in the internet today. No, this is not going to completely wreck the system. I at first I was a little bit peeved off because I had been under the impression, based off of what I knew then and what I know now, I was initially upset because I felt like, well, there goes, the super exclusive stuff. These companies wound up buying 80-90% of that product, and then it's going to leave nothing for us. Okay, and I looked at the future repercussions, because the Royal Canadian Mint already does something like this, where a lot of their super exclusive stuff you had to buy from a Modern Coin Mart or another company. All of these funky, super exclusive third-party retailers, and your only options are to buy the coin at like 100% markup or buy the coin graded. So they get the coins in-house, they send it off to the graders, and you pay this just stupid amount of money at the end of the day for the same coin that you could have gotten for about 10% of the price that SP69 is selling for on their website, which is manic at best, because I don't like that type of practice. But hopefully that this will kind of like shed a little bit of the anxiety and the angst that is revolving around this program. And it's a big deal, you know. It takes a lot of cojones to come out and say, yeah, this is what we're doing. Because people are wondering why certain products are selling out like super quick. So we are in the product schedule for 2021. We are already about a quarter of the way through. There are a few products that are keyed in as to being just kind of like red flags for me. And the first one is going to be the this one here. The American Eagle 2021 1 ounce silver proof coin that was minted at the West Point Mint. Now, if we take a look at this thing, $73 issue price, household or product limit on this one, because it's not a mintage limit, it's just a product limit. They're going to have this coin released in future sets. They'll probably do like a 2-coin set with like a transitional, where you have the old outgoing reverse and then the new upcoming redesign of the reverse on the Silver Eagle. I think they're going to do like a 2-coin set or something, you know, similar to that. But 327,000 pieces usually takes a little while to sell of a premium Silver Eagle with nothing else attached to it. All right, it's not like that. This is like the V75 from last year where there was only like 75,000 pieces and that sold right away. Normally, it would take about a week or two to sell through 327,000. Okay, now I'm like, man, it sold out really quick. It sold like within a day or two or something like that. And then I read about the ABPP program that they had just announced a few days ago, and then now it makes sense. Like, these bigger dealers were able to come in, and this product here was either it didn't have any constraints on the purchase, which means because the household order limit right here says none, but it could have been 10 when they were selling it. These companies were probably buying quite a few of these, and then they would send these out to PCGS and NGC, sell them on their website. I mean, I guarantee you go to on AppMix's website or another a PM type website like a Modern Coin Mart, and you're going to see all this stuff on there. Graded, raw, huge markups, things like that. You're also going to see them all over eBay. So there is a few eBay sellers that deal specifically with precious metals that are selling stuff like this, and they have like, oh yeah, we have 100 available. So they might be part of that program as well. All right, so this one right here, I believe either had no constraints or it was part of the 10%, which means 10% of that 327,000 pieces was available to the program. All right, so it's either or. All right, so that's kind of like the first release that I think was directly affected by that. And I'm telling you, when they released it on the 19th, I felt like that there was some overlap, like that they had already put this in place to where these companies were able to participate in the program for the early releases. All right, so the next piece here that I think was kind of influenced is going to be the basic old silver proof set, or just a regular proof set. Sorry, it's not even silver. That releases next month on the 22nd. But the proof set probably had an unlimited threshold for the. There was no constraints, no 10%. This one right here, people or these companies were able to buy these probably 2 weeks before release. All right, so it says March 5th right here is when it was directly released to the public. This was probably available something like maybe February 20th or something like that. So there were a lot of companies that had these already. All right, so I think the big one that has released this year that I felt like was not available on the program was all of the outgoing proof West Point Gold Eagles. Okay, so you had the 4-coin set, you had the 1 ounce, half ounce, quarter ounce, and 10th ounce that were all being sold, and they had extremely low production figures. Like the mintage figures for each one of these coins was at the most 10,000 in total. I think there was one that's like maybe 11,000, somewhere around there, but it was either that amount or lower. All right, so that's split between the singular coin sales and the 4-piece sales. All right, so that I believe was not available for the ABPP program that the U.S. Mint has implemented there. So, I see the silver proof set forthcoming as being another coin set that will fall under the unlimited quantity. So these companies can buy those up. Keep in mind, the silver proof set for this year is the same price as last year, $105. And there are 3 less coins. All right, there's only the Tuskegee Airmen, National Park 999 Fine Quarter, and the Washington Crossing the Delaware, the new one. All right, so we went from 5 National Park quarters down to 2, and it's still the same price. Go figure. So there is a tremendous premium to pay on this. I feel like that they're probably not going to sell through as many of the 2021 proof sets as they did last year. So keep that in mind as we approach that release. All right, but aside from that, the next big one that I think will be directly affected by this program is going to be that Piece of Morgan reshoot. All right, so keep that in mind as we get closer. We don't know what the mintage limits are going to be for that release. I'm sure they're going to do a 2-coin release, and then they're going to sell those independently from one another as single coin sales. All right, so yes, pretty crazy stuff, but I wanted to address that, clarify things for you, and just to let you guys know that maybe not all is bad, all right? We're not being completely railed on this one, as it first appears to be, but this is giving, those bigger companies a little bit better, I guess, buying power when it comes to some of the products out there right now that are either a limited quantity or they have a nice little mintage limit to them. But that's going to go ahead and do it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. Hopefully you have a smile on your face after it's all said and done, because yeah, the game's changed a little bit, but it's not too bad. At first I thought maybe, they did that just so they could alleviate the server issues, for checkouts and all that, by eliminating a lot of those products and putting them into the hands of large retailers. And I was like, nah, they wouldn't quite do that. I am for certain that they surely need to upgrade their server or whatever, because, it's got to be able to handle the load of a lot of traffic. There's a lot of websites out there that sell a lot more than what the US Mint does, and they can handle it like a beast. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen, bubbos. I'm your host, Sean, with Blue Ridge Silverhound. Thank you again for joining in on this one. As always, Coinolics, we are discovering together. Don't forget to S, and L. Like, share, subscribe. Or share, like, subscribe. Yeah, whatever. That's going to go ahead and do it. Have a great rest of your hump day, and I will see you next time on the next coin video, right? All right, take care.